certain
Then
feeds
he
are
needs
given.
to be made aware of all
He's
of his
aware of
medical
it. He's
needs.
aware of
And he needs to
everything.
be trained on all of it
You
so
have
that when he
show
has him
up.
on the weekend, he can take care of him. And if he has not been
Shut
trained
up,
and
Josh.
doesn't know, did she tell me to shut up?
No, I'm talking to the person behind me. I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay. I'm
Move.
sorry. It's okay, Miss Wilson. I just need you to calm
No, I
down.
have a dog. I have a support dog. Move. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
The
Calm
dog
down.
name on Josh. Be quiet.
Okay. I've made my ruling. Miss
I'm
Wilson,
down.
like
I
I
agree with
said,
it.
you can appeal my ruling. I
Welcome back to Family Court Drama. In today's episode, we're tackling a child support hearing with a heated visitation dispute. The mother is asking the judge to modify the visitation schedule, requesting that the father spend a few hours with the child each day, without any overnight stays. She says the father initially agreed to this arrangement, but is now refusing to comply. On the other hand, the father wants to maintain the current standard visitation schedule, citing his schedule as the reason he can't see the child daily. Let's see how the judge rules on this contentious case.
and nothing but the truth. Miss Wilson
Yes, ma'am.
and Mr. Gaston.
Yes, well.
Okay, you may both lower your hands, and Mr. Leach, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. I'd like to start with service on the record for the mother.
Okay, you may proceed.
Ms. Wilson, can you please state your full name? You may be on mute, Ms. Wilson.
Sorry, I was double muted. Shapri Antoinette Wilson.
And you had not been served a copy of the state's pleadings before today, is that correct?
That's correct.
And did you sign a copy of the state's pleadings in this matter, or did you receive a copy of the state's pleadings in this matter via email this morning?
That's correct.
And do you understand that you have the right to be personally served with that document?
Mr. Leach. Hold on. Mr. Gaston,
Well,
we are in a hearing. I know you're at home and you're comfortable, but you cannot walk around. You cannot eat. You cannot talk to someone else. So I need you to be stationary so that we can continue this hearing. Are you ready, sir?
yes, ma'am. I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Go ahead, Mr. Leach.
And Ms. Wilson, do you understand that you have the right to be personally served with that document by a process server at your residence?
Yes, sir.
And are you agreeing to waive your right to personal service and enter your appearance in the case today?
Yes, sir.
Judge, I pass the witness, and please let the record and honesty reflect that the mother has waived her right to personal service and entered her appearance.
The record will so reflect.
Thank you, Judge. We're here on a state's petition and suit affecting the parent-child relationship. Both parties have been served, and we have an agreement, if I may state those terms and take brief testimony from the parties.
You may.
There was one child before the court, Eli Dimitri Gaston, born January 7th, 2020. I offer in evidence what's been marked for identification purposes as State's Exhibit A, the acknowledgement of paternity for Eli Gaston, signed, attached to the state's petition filed March 18th, 2024.
State's Exhibit A is admitted.
The parties will be appointed joint manager conservators of the child, with the mother being the conservator with the exclusive right to designate the primary residence in Dallas or any contiguous counties. Parties have agreed to a standard possession and access schedule. Mother will be ordered to maintain the child on government-assisted medical insurance. Father will be ordered to pay cash medical support of $150 per month beginning August 1st, 2024. Father will be ordered to pay guideline child support of $280 per month beginning August 1st, 2024. The order contains no retroactive judgments. Court costs will be billed to the father. There was no request for non-disclosure, and that is the extent of the order, if I may call the parties.
You may.
I'll be called the mother. Ms. Wilson, did you hear the terms of the order stated to the court?
I did, but I quite didn't hear the part that we had spoke on as far as Eli's disability. When you're saying, do I agree, is that going to be in writing the times that we discussed of him coming home from his home health care and receiving him? Is that what we're saying?
Ms. Wilson, the standard possession and access will give you and Mr. Gaston the ability to, for anything y'all agree to supersede anything in the order. So what's been working already, y'all can continue to keep doing.
Okay. I guess we'll have to set it in stone because okay. I'm confusing myself, but I'm still trying to gain understanding. But okay.
Ms.
How
Wilson, what you have now is a standard visitation schedule. So, but you guys can agree to anything you want to agree to outside of that visitation schedule. It just has to be agreed. You can do
that's what
whatever you
and will
want to
that be
do.
stick in stone? That's what I'm saying. Will that be placed somewhere?
That's
Because
not in the order. What you agreed to in the order was a standard visitation schedule.
so I guess I didn't I guess I guess Judge, I didn't
Mr. Leach, maybe
understand.
y'all need to go back and talk to them again.
I
Um,
agree. So,
Ms. Wilson, are you not agreeable to the standard possession and access schedule?
I'm agreeable to it, but I'm not agreeable to it without Judge saying this is what's set in stone. Because if you're leaving it to us to be agreed to, do we agree on this when Roderick decides to have a good day? Yes. The moment Roderick decides to wake up on a Tuesday and wants to flip the script, then that doesn't leave any security.
Mr.
I
Leach,
agree.
I might need to discuss this. This doesn't seem like it's ready to go before me.
Okay, Judge, yes, we can go back into a breakout room.
Okay, so
I'm sorry.
we'll
I'm
recess
sorry.
and you guys y'all can talk about it some more.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Okay, you may proceed, Mr. Leach.
Thank you, Judge. We're back here in the state's petition and suit affecting the parent-child relationship. Parties are not in agreement as to the issue of visitation. I do have a proposed order from the state. If I can state those terms and take a brief testimony.
You may.
There's one child before the court, Eli Gaston, born January 7th, 2020. Parties will be appointed joint manager conservators of the child, and with the mother being the conservator with the exclusive right to designate the primary residence of the child in Dallas or any contiguous counties. The order proposes that the parties have a standard possession and access schedule. Mother will be ordered to maintain the child on government-assisted medical insurance. Father will be ordered to pay cash medical support of $150 per month beginning August 1st, 2024. Father will be required to pay a child support, guideline child support of $280 per month beginning August 1st, 2024. The order contains no retroactive judgments. Court costs will be billed to Mr. Gaston. There was no request for non-disclosure, and that is the extent of the order. Judge, if I may recall the parties.
Yes.
I'll start with the mother. Ms. Wilson, did you hear the terms of the order stated to the court?
Yes, I did.
Do you understand those terms?
Yes, I did.
And are you in agreement with everything other than the visitation terms?
Yes.
Okay. And do you understand that the standard visitation would allow Mr. Gaston visitation every first, third, and fifth weekend of the month?
I don't agree to that.
Okay. And do you understand that, you and Mr. Gaston would be able to do anything y'all agree to would be allowed? You understand that?
I understand it in a sense. Yes, sir.
Do you agree to that?
No, sir.
Okay. What specifically are you requesting as far as visitation?
To know exactly, like I was asking, I need to know exactly how much is he required for visitation. I require right now for him to get him from his day nurses. And then I get off work at 7:30. I've had that same schedule for years, as I stated, and then he's able to bring him to me. Whether his nurses take him to his dad's at 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., that would be every day when dad would get his visitation. We agreed to that verbally together before any courts had gotten involved. That was what dad wanted. That's what I'm expecting him to do.
And Ms. Wilson, do you have specific dates and times that you'd request that Mr. Gaston pick up his children and drop off his children?
So he wouldn't necessarily be picking up. He would be receiving the child from his nurses. My son goes to school, medical school Monday through Friday. So guaranteed Monday through Friday, he would get those anywhere between 2 to 5 hours a day. And then on Sundays when I work.
So, Ms. Wilson, you want Mr. Gaston to have daily visitation from Monday through Friday and on Sundays?
It would be daily. That's correct. And that's because my son's visitation schedule is based off of his medical care that dad is aware of taking care of this special needs baby.
And what time frame would you propose?
I would propose the time frame, and because it can change, because I'm dealing with home health care, it can be anywhere. I've seen them drop off Eli as early as 2 p.m. I've seen them drop him off as late as 5 p.m. Every day can change. Dad is aware that every day can change. Dad is also aware that he is allowed to also go pick up the child in the sense that he wanted a little bit more time with him. With him.
Because that could change anytime.
Mr. Gaston, hold on.
That's
It's her turn to talk right now. And so you will be given an opportunity to talk in a minute. Miss Wilson, I have a question.
Thank you, Judge. I will say
Miss Wilson, no. I have a question. If it changes every day, what do you want us to put in the order? How do we account for this in an order? We can't account for something that you're telling me changes all the time.
I can understand that. From the time of 2 p.m., if we can say 2 p.m. And the reason, Judge, that it changes every day, our son is in intensive medical therapies with his home health care nurses. He isn't in daycare. He goes to home health care, who takes care of our medically ill child. The reason why the time can change is because he is on the transportation bus that drops off other kids. My son also has a colostomy bag. Sometimes they have to pull over to render care to my child, which would make that change.
Okay.
I don't have a vehicle. Dad ruined my vehicle during our time together. And he's the only one with a car now. And so I only get 2 reader certifications with my son's nursing. And so I'm unable to change his transportation to be dropped off with me every day until my recertification period comes.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Leach.
And so, Ms. Wilson, when would the visitation end? What time?
I would say it would end at 7:45 p.m. I get off at 7:30. If he's outside by 7:45, I would agree to that. If that is set in stone.
And that is every day but Saturday, Ms. Wilson?
That's every day, but Saturday, correct. Eli is in my full-time care. If the judge writes in our order that dad must bring baby home, dad sometimes will not bring me my child home when he tells me he's on his way with him. So I just need him to follow that and leave the threats and everything else out of it.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Wilson. I pass the witness, Judge, if I may call the father.
You may.
Mr. Gaston, can you please unmute?
Hello?
Mr. Gaston, are you moving around, sir?
Yeah, because it's like she's trying to base me on her
Mr.
time.
Gaston,
I'm
Mr.
supposed to be in the
Gaston,
job.
I asked you a question,
Man,
sir. Mr. Gaston, my question was, are you moving around? I need you to be stationary.
Yeah, I'm in one room, but she's not
Okay.
finna do. She's been doing this her whole time.
Mr.
If I get a
Gaston, it's
job, we
okay.
gotta be able to
Mr.
agree.
Gaston, wait till Mr. Leach asks you questions and answer his questions only. Go ahead, Mr. Leach.
Mr. Gaston, can you please state your full name?
Roger Gaston.
And did you hear the terms of the order stated to the court?
I heard the terms.
You understand the terms?
I understand them, but I ain't agreeing to that.
Mr. Gaston, you understand that the terms proposed in the order were not the terms that Miss Wilson was just speaking on?
Yeah, I understand. I heard him.
Okay. So, Mr. Gaston, are you in agreement with the terms and believe that they are in the
Nope.
best interest of the child?
I mean, that's right now, but I'm just saying she got to be in terms too, because if y'all giving us the option for us to agree on what we're already doing, it's like, what if I get a job and the terms, a day might change? She's trying to have it abided by what's been
Objection,
going
non-responsive,
on.
Judge.
Objection sustained. Mr. Gaston, you don't
Mhm.
agree with the schedule that Miss Wilson is proposing. Is that correct?
I'm agreeing for it right now because, but I'm just saying if something comes about.
I get it, sir. I get it, sir. So you're asking for standard visitation, though, where you get to see the child every first, third, and fifth weekends of the month from 6 p.m. Friday to 6 p.m. Sunday. Is that what you're requesting?
Oh.
Excuse me? Can you hear
I'm
me,
agree,
Mr. Gaston?
I'm agree to the terms. Yeah, I'm gonna go and agree to the terms.
Okay,
I'm just
Mr.
ready to get off of
Gaston,
here, man.
can you just answer my question? Do you agree to every first, third, and fifth weekends of the month from 6 p.m. Friday to 6 p.m. Sunday?
Yep.
Okay. You may proceed, Mr. Leach.
I pass the witness, Judge. Nothing further.
Okay, Miss Wilson. His visitation rights are he gets to see the child every first, third, and fifth weekends of the month. Anything y'all do outside of that, y'all have to agree to it. I don't think I have the ability to order him to get a child every day for a certain amount of time. I understand what you're saying, but that's something that you guys are going to have to agree on and work out. I understand that your child has special needs. I understand that y'all have the need to work together. But as Mr. Gaston, are you working right now?
I
No.
just lost my job. I'm about to. I just recently lost my job. But that was
Okay,
how
but
my schedule. Say that again.
but you were working before.
I was working
Yes.
before, and it fitted my schedule because I went in at 2:00 in the morning and I got off probably
Okay.
about 10. Now, if I was to
Okay.
find a
So
job
yeah,
like that, I'm cool
I
to
can't
abide by those.
order him to do that if he's
Ma'am,
working.
he's not telling the truth. He's
Well, I'm
not
not
telling.
working.
He's not telling the truth, Judge.
Well, Miss
Roger,
Wilson, if he's telling the truth or not, I'm not gonna order him to get a child every day. I'm gonna order him to get the child every first, third, and fifth weekends of the month from 6 p.m. Friday to 6 p.m. Sunday, and then y'all can agree to it as long as he's not working and he's willing to
That's what
assist
I'm
in that,
saying.
which he should be able to do because that's his child too, and he should assist in it. Then you
I
guys
do.
need to work together. This child especially needs you guys to work together.
ma'am, this whole court time, I have been threatened. He has been calling me.
Ma'am,
He has been, he's not
ma'am.
agreeing to it. And I'm
I'm
also
a,
not willing to give my son, who this man, he's not providing medical care. I have
well, my
doctor's
son is going to come to
documents.
my house right now. He's coming to my house today, and I'm going to get him, and I'm going to drop him off at your house. Stop doing that.
Excuse me, Miss Wilson and Mr. Gaston. This is not a time for you guys to argue with each other. It's a time for
And
you
I
to
just
make
don't understand
arguments
none of
on
Because
this.
this. I
she
don't
wanted the way she
understand it,
wanted.
Judge.
She ain't trying to
I'm
work
not
with me.
understanding this. I'm not
Okay, so
She's trying
understanding
to
it.
work with me.
Okay, that's fine. I've made a decision. So as far as there is an agreement, I will accept the agreement, make that agreement the order of the court. I will order standard visitation, which
Can it
is
be
every first.
supervised? Can it be
But
supervised?
ma'am, it's not supervised now. He goes every day and it's not supervised. So why should it be
But
supervised in the
it's
future?
because my son health changes. He's not giving him feeds on his feeding pole. He's not giving medications. I'm missing certain things on my son's medical day to day to even give him the grace to be allowed to see my child. So
That's
if
why.
then you guys are going to tell me that I have to give him from that amount of time without me being involved, it's not going to work.
Okay, then
It's
Miss Wilson, then you need to have him trained to do the same things that you do. He's
Ma'am,
his
he's
father.
been there. I can't train
What
someone
I don't
who
understand, Miss Wilson, that's fine.
I'm
If
just
you don't agree with my ruling or you think it's unfair, and maybe I'm not understanding
you're
something.
not understanding,
Okay,
Judge.
then what you can do is you can appeal my ruling. You have 3 days to appeal, 30 days to file a motion for new trial. But I don't understand how you can let somebody have a child for a certain number of hours every day, but they can't have them every other weekend.
He can have it for a
Exactly.
certain amount of that day because dad is aware when certain medications and when certain
Then
feeds
he
are
needs
given.
to be made aware of all
He's
of his
aware of
medical
it. He's
needs.
aware of
And he needs to
everything.
be trained on all of it
You
so
have
that when he
show
has him
up.
on the weekend, he can take care of him. And if he has not been
Shut
trained
up,
and
Josh.
doesn't know, did she tell me to shut up?
No, I'm talking to the person behind me. I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay. I'm
Move.
sorry. It's okay, Miss Wilson. I just need you to calm
No, I
down.
have a dog. I have a support dog. Move. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
The
Calm down.
dog name ain't Josh. Be quiet.
Calm. Okay. I've made my ruling. Miss
I'm
Wilson,
done.
like I
I agree
said,
with it.
you can appeal my ruling. I I I just, maybe, like I said, it's something that I'm not getting.
Yes, ma'am.
But if he can take care of him for 5 hours or so every day, he can learn to take care of him for every other weekend.
I
You
agree.
guys ought to be able to work with each other. And when he's available, he can
I
help
agree.
assist in
I agree.
I
the
agree.
taking care of his child. If
So
he
we'll
gets
do
a
what we just
job and
said.
he can't, you guys are gonna have to find something else.
So,
That's
Judge,
all I'm
I
saying.
agree. I agree. If Dad wants to agree with getting our baby, caring for our baby on a daily basis, as we've made that agreement around Dad, if Dad chooses to go make sure he stays in the same job field, Dad has had the same hours for the last
I might
eight
not get that.
years. He might not get that, and then we would have to not just revisit between me and him. We would have to revisit with his medical team. I would have to revisit with the workers that work for us.
Miss Wilson, that is understandable, and that is probably going to be your reality, that you're going to always have to
Yes.
be revisiting stuff
until
because of
until
the
I get
situation.
transportation. Dad
Yes, ma'am. I
he ruined
understand.
my car. He ruined my
Okay.
car.
So if there anything else, any other questions that either
Can I
one of
keep
you
my
have,
non-disclosure? Can I keep my non-disclosure?
has there
I'm
been
keeping
family
mine too.
violence between the two of
There's
you guys?
there's been
I want
family
mine too.
violence. There's been family violence.
Man,
However,
come on, man.
I would like to keep my non-disclosure the way that I have it,
Okay,
based
so
off of Dad.
this is
I
what I
want one
don't
too, Your Honor.
understand. Mr. Gaston, I have not asked you a question, and I am
Right.
talking. This is what I don't understand. The two of you need to work together. At the drop of a hat, one of you might need to get to your child. So why wouldn't the two of you both need to know where each other lives so you can get to your child?
It's
because
her.
because Mr. Gaston has lied to me about my child being in medical danger, and
Man,
just to
I
get
ain't got
attention
time for this
and has
now.
kicked down my door. He has
Miss,
kicked down my door. I can't do
No.
this. I need help. I need
She is trying
help.
to live
ma'am,
she's
I
trying to
need help.
put burden
I
on
just
me to
need
where
help.
she has a free
Roderick, you
life.
just texted me a threat. You
That's
just
what
okay,
trying to
texted
live
me
a
a
free
threat.
life.
I'm done. I'm
That's
done.
what she's
I'm
trying to
not
do. She's
going
trying to
to
live a free
sit here
life.
while the two of you argue with each other.
Nah,
Ma'am,
because she's
this
not trying
dude
to
has just sent
co-parent.
the threat to my phone.
Everybody, Miss
She's
Anderson,
trying to
can
have it
you
to where I
mute
got him all the
everybody for
time.
me?
I'm just now finding out.
Okay. I'm not listening to either one of you talk anymore. I'm going to talk. This child especially needs mature parents who are going to work with each other and going to do what's in the best interest of this child. The behavior that I have seen displayed today doesn't make me think that either one of you is going to be able to do that. You both should be ashamed of yourselves arguing over stuff that you need to agree on. about stuff that really doesn't make any difference. You just need to come together and take care of a child who needs both of his parents more than usual. So I don't understand why either one of you is having a problem with the other one. Personally, y'all might not get along. Y'all might not want to be in a romantic relationship with each other again, but you are going to have to work together for this child. So I have made my ruling. If you don't agree with my ruling, you have 3 days to appeal, 30 days to file a motion for new trial. And this hearing is over and you are both free to go.
What an interesting case. The judge decided to keep the standard visitation schedule in place. The father will have visitation on the 1st, 3rd and 5th weekends of the month, 1 weeknight during the school year, and about half of all holidays. So, what do you think? Is the mother being unreasonable, or is the father in the wrong? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.